We often think that in order for life to feel special, it has to be filled with these big moments or aesthetic things or exciting events. But often, it just takes a small shift in our perception to make us fall in love with life all over again. So, if you've been struggling to find the joy in life, here are some of my favorite ways to use your feminine energy to reignite that spark and to romanticize life to find that joy all over again. Number 1, create main character mornings. This is not about being the most productive, but it's about being the most present that you can be. It's in the way that you make your coffee or chai every morning. It's in the way that you groove to a song that you like, or when you light a candle when you're reading your special book, doing your skincare in slow motion. Let the first hour of your morning be a soft rebellion against the rush that modern society often forces us into. Let it be proof that ordinary moments can still feel cinematic even if nobody is watching. The truth is that you set the tone for your entire day by how you treat your mornings. So, choose presence, choose beauty, and choose yourself. Number 2, say yes to more solo dates. You don't always have to wait for company to enjoy the good things in life. So make it a point to take yourself out to do something fun at least once a week. You can go to a bookstore or the library. You can go to a picnic in the park and wear your favorite dress like I'm doing right now. Go to a cafe, a movie you've never seen before. Take yourself out to a restaurant. Do what feels fun for you. Sit out there with your favorite book, your snacks, your drinks, and let it feel magical. There is something about solo dates that just cannot be recreated with any other experience. But just make sure that if you are sitting outside, you do not skip your sunscreen. This Bright Plus Tone Up Sunscreen from Aqualogica is a great option. It brightens your skin instantly, it is super lightweight, and it melts into your skin. No white cast, no heaviness. It obviously has SPF 50 and PA4+, which offers the highest level of UVA protection, and it contains kojic acid and blueberry extract, which helps brighten and refresh dull skin instantly for that dewy, glowy finish that lets you romanticize skincare and stay protected. If you want to try it out, use my code Adete 2025 for 20% off on Aqualogica, and you can also find it on Amazon, Nykaa, Flipkart, and Purple. Number 3, leaving anonymous love notes in public. I cannot remember which film I saw this in, but the idea of giving love out there, spreading love out there without expecting anything in return has kind of stuck with me for a very long time. Now, in any close relationship or friendship, this is not really possible because when you give yourself dedicatedly, you also expect something back in return. But leaving positive, kind, handwritten notes in public places for random people to find is such a beautiful way to do this. A small "your smile brightens everyone's day" or "the world is better because of you" in it can bring somebody so much unwarranted joy. You can leave these in the library, in a bookstore, in a cafe, or even in the metro for somebody to find. Plus, I feel like doing this allows us to just look beyond ourselves and find the beauty in the everyday mundane things instead of just sitting there and sulking in our boredom and sadness. And I also feel like there's a little bit of magic here because I don't know who that note is going to, but whoever gets it is meant to get it, if you know what I mean. Number 4, read fiction. Life is already filled with endless to-do lists and self-improvement goals. So for a change, instead of picking up another self-help book, try your hand at a fiction book. Pick up a novel that sweeps you away into fantasy land. And it doesn't have to be complicated or intelligent, it just has to appeal to you. Let yourself fall in love with flawed characters, heartbreaks that aren't yours, and fly off to adventures from the cozy corner of your reading room. If I could, I would only read fiction books. It nurtures your emotions, your imagination, and your curiosity all at once. And all of that actually makes you feel so connected to your feminine energy. It reminds you that life is not just about tasks and progress, it's also about stories and wonder and feeling deeply. And this brings me to number 5, designing your feminine code. We live in a world with too many rules, too many productivity hacks and beauty standards and timelines. But if you want life to feel more joyful, more fun, you have to be willing to create some rules for yourself. Not for how to succeed, but for how to exist. This is where your feminine code comes in. It is just a set of personal rules for you to live your life by, and not in hustle mode, but in harmony. It's a living list of beliefs that reflects your softness, your life, your purpose as you move through life. So your code could basically be things like, I take time to get ready in the morning because I am the event, or I trust rest to be productive, or I express, I don't suppress, or something like, I receive with ease and give without overextending. Think of it as your own secret manual, an ode to how you want to live, feel, and act as you move through life. You can write it in your journal, you can write it as post-it notes and put it on your mirror, or you can record it as a voiceover and listen to it every morning as you're getting ready. Number 6, make up theme songs for your mood. I've honestly started doing this a lot ever since my cats came into my life, and it's very easy to make up songs for them. But while I was singing a song for my cat Miri, aka Murundar, I thought to myself, why can't we do this for ourselves? Because if we do start doing it for ourselves, life becomes a lot more fun. This is kind of like Jess in New Girl, if you've seen that show. She has a theme song for every scenario in her life, and I absolutely love the concept. I'm going to share 2 lines of a song that I made up recently. Please don't judge me. It's a lot of fun, and I love doing this when I'm planning my day. I've got my coffee and my checklist tight. Lights are low, but my mind's so bright. Typing fast, no time to phone. Walk mode's on cause I'm in the zone. And it's absolutely cool if something like this doesn't immediately come to you. We are not all lyricists. Creating playlists depending on your mood and the task that you want to do also has the same effect. Music is honestly so powerful, it's a shame we don't use it more often. Number 7, writing love letters to the universe. Grab fancy stationery and write to the universe like it's your lover. Share your secrets, ask questions, profess your love for the universe. My purpose of doing this is usually to feel more connected to a higher power, to reassure myself that the universe is on my side in this journey called life, and to actually make manifestations easier. I also feel like it shifts your energy from desperation to attraction, making you feel like the main character in your own life. And if you want to add that extra touch of glamour to the whole thing, just spritz a little bit of your favorite perfume on the paper that you're writing this on to send your message to the universe. Number 8, let your hands do the talking. Your feminine energy is not just about how you speak, it's also about how you move, how you express yourself through your body. So much of our presence lives in our body language, how we gesture when we speak, or how we touch our chin when we are thinking, or how we put our hair behind our ear when we are feeling shy. So a simple way to tune into your feminine energy is to just start noticing how you use your hands when you're communicating, and then lean into it. Let your gestures soften, let them make you feel more expressive. The same goes for your posture. Lift your chin, relax your shoulders, straighten your back. Walk like you're being filmed for a movie. When you carry yourself with grace and intention, your movement basically flows instead of rushing. You don't just look more alive, you actually feel it within you. Embodiment is one of the most magnetic forms of self-expression, and it costs nothing, only presence. Number 9, allow yourself to receive. If you are the eldest daughter or the only daughter in your family, you probably grew up with the conditioning that you need to give and constantly give and give in order to be respected, in order to just feel more human. But nobody really taught you how to receive a compliment without deflecting, to receive help without feeling guilty, to receive love without proving that you're worthy of it first. But the feminine thrives when it allows itself to receive. Joy multiplies when you allow yourself to receive. So let somebody carry that heavy bag for a change. Let somebody cook for you. Let somebody take you out and make you feel special. Let somebody give you a gift. Let yourself feel joy without over-explaining it. Receiving is not a weakness, it's a sign of trust in yourself, in others, and in the universe. You deserve that softness, that support, that abundance, so this is your sign to let it in. Number 10, find opportunities to be more whimsical in life. Most of life is not a highlight reel. It is laundry, it's emails, it's to-do lists, it's tasks all around. But just because something is ordinary does not mean that it has to be boring. Romanticizing your life does not mean having big moments all the time, having more money, or having just more things in your life. Sometimes it just means lighting your favorite candle while you're reading a book, or misting the room with a humidifier while you're doing your laundry, or setting your favorite playlist when you're answering emails. It's pouring your coffee or your juice in a wine glass. It's putting on your perfume even when you're working from home. It basically means that you turn a regular Tuesday or a regular Wednesday into a tiny ceremony. Play music while you cook, use your favorite cup every time you drink coffee, plate your food in beautiful plates. I really love doing this so much. Every time I serve food for myself, I plate it like I'm being served at a restaurant, and it just makes that experience feel so much more special. The mundane things that you do every day aren't something that you need to escape. This is where your real life lives. So instead of running away from it, try and bring beauty to it. That is how you fall in love with life again. Not by chasing something bigger, but by making what you already have feel like enough. Number 11, go somewhere that you don't belong just for the aesthetics. Sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is take yourself somewhere where you think you don't belong, not to fit in, but to feel joy, to feel something different. Wear a dress to a picnic, wear a sari to a picnic if you want. Journal in a hotel lobby, order coffee at the fanciest cafe in your city. Wear your best outfit while going grocery shopping. Go to the museums, the 5-star hotels, anywhere where you think you don't belong. Challenge yourself to take yourself there at least once. Because you don't need a reason to exist beautifully in a space. When you allow yourself to enter rooms just for the vibes, you stop waiting for permission and you start taking action. You give yourself permission to feel more romantic, to feel more divine, to feel more in love with yourself. And if you ever feel like you don't belong somewhere, just remember that you're not intruding, you're adding to the aesthetic. Number 12, create a slow hour ritual. Most of us romanticize slow living, but how many of us actually do it? This could be once a day or even once a week, where you do everything slowly with intention at half the speed. No rushing, no productivity guilt, no trying to hustle all of the time. Just slow, steady movements with intention. Make coffee and actually sit down to drink it. Journal without editing your thoughts. Sit on the couch, look up at the ceiling and think without looking at your phone. In a world that constantly just glorifies hustle, slowness is something that is very, very sacred and it is very rare. So when you give yourself permission and the time to do this, you are actually honing in into your feminine energy, into yourself, and making life more meaningful. This is where true love, true romance thrives, in the unrushed. And number 13, create a beauty basket for yourself. I've already spoken about creating emergency kits for your bad days, or a bag for just your periods. But we don't do this enough for the things that we love or the things that we enjoy doing. And that is what the beauty basket is all about. Gather all of the things that make you feel soft and radiant and beautiful from within, and put them in a basket, which you can access anytime that you're feeling unsure of yourself, anytime you feel disconnected from your feminine energy, or anytime you need a reminder that you're enough and that you're beautiful. It could be a woven basket like this one. It could be a tray on your nightstand. Fill it with the little things that make it feel like you. Your favorite lip balm, the perfume that makes you feel like a goddess, a handwritten love note to yourself, a clock clip, a silk scrunchie, your diary or your favorite book, a healing crystal, a tiny trinket, whatever makes you feel joyful. Your beauty basket basically becomes a reminder that you don't need an occasion to feel beautiful. You are the occasion. This video is just a reminder that life does not have to be loud to be beautiful. So take what resonated with you, leave what didn't, and maybe try just one thing today to add a little bit more joy, a little bit more whimsy into your life. You are allowed to feel the joy in simple things. You are allowed to love yourself, to feel the joy in your own beauty. I hope that you found this video fun, a little whimsical, a little joyful, and I hope you found value in it in some way. If you did, pass on the joy. And make sure you watch this video next, and I'm going to see you guys very, very soon in the next one. Bye! Make tea.
तू शूट करो, लाइट जा रही है.
मेरे हाथ सफेद हैं. ट्राइपॉड पे लगा दो. नहीं सर, लेमनेड है.